In this lecture, we are going to look at one pretty popular portfolio, the S&P 500. Note that the S&P 500 does not use the techniques we will discuss in this section. However, it does introduce a few key terms. It's important because it's a real-world example of a portfolio, and many people use it as a proxy for the market. So let's suppose you have $1,000 to invest. You might say, I want to put $300 into Apple, $250 into Google, $250 into Starbucks, and $200 into IBM. Note that, because you have $1,000 to invest, these amounts must add up to 1,000. In other words, 300 plus 250 plus 250 plus 200 is equal to 1,000. Notice how, if we divide everything by 1,000, we will get fractions on the left side, and we will get 1 on the right side. These fractions tell us what percentage of our wealth has been invested in each security. For example, this says that I've invested 30% into Apple, 25% into Google, 25% into Starbucks, and 20% into IBM. In portfolio theory, we call these percentages weights. Note that weights must sum up to 1, or equivalently, 100%. So what are the weights for the S&P 500? The S&P 500 is called a cap-weighted index. That is, the weights for each company are proportional to that company's market capitalization. If we call each weight W sub I, it is equal to the market cap of company I divided by the market cap of all companies summed together. You should be able to convince yourself that this sums up to 1. So what is market cap in the first place? Market cap is simply the number of shares of a company that exist multiplied by the share price. So pretty simple to calculate. Another question you might have is, how are the 500 companies in the S&P 500 chosen in the first place? In fact, these companies are selected by a committee, that is, by people. They have several requirements, such as a minimum market cap, minimum trading volume, and that the company must be listed on the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ.